everybody? This is Coach Wash back here with Inspired by the Gift. My journey is different. Today we have Mr. Mark Perry, Mr. Colorado Buff of the University of Colorado, the safety starting number 5, Mark Perry, my son, my kin, my other seed, back home for the holidays. How you doing, sir?
Good, always good to be out here on the original turf.
Well, it's good to have you because you were built here, pretty much. You went through some things. You know what? I'm not even going to that. You tell us what Mark Perry is going on with Mark Perry right now, during this holiday season, and what he's come through 3 years of college already, 2.5 years really.
It's been 3.
It's been three.
It's been a journey. Even through high school it was a journey, but just seeing, since I got to college to now, it's obviously been a long road, but I feel like it's been a fast road at the same time. Just to think I'm already in year 3, about to be on year 4. So, it's had its ups, it's had its downs, had its challenging moments, but, in the end, I'm still here standing, so it's been good.
He's short and sweet. Great answer. Now Jeremiah's texting me still, but I gotta text him back. I'm going to text him back, but later. You said it's been bittersweet. It's been ups and downs.
Yep.
Go a little bit into those ups and downs because I know a lot of what you went through.
Yeah.
We talk all the time. Sometime late at night when you got the little LED lights going on and in the room. But give me those ups and downs. Give everybody those ups and downs. Let people understand what ups and downs mean in college.
Yeah, well, college, just transitioning from high school is obviously a lot different because, in high school you used to being the best on your team, best, just athlete on the field, period, So once you get to college, you got 75, to 90 other guys that are were the same as you, just from other places. So, adapting to that and realizing that you got to work for what you want was obviously one of the biggest things. And when I first got to Colorado, that was only like my second full year of playing DB. So, it was obviously some growing pains, just learning how to play, different things within defense like zone, man coverage, different stuff like that. But, obviously as a freshman, I didn't really see the field a lot early on. And, going from being, big dog to, not really having a role, not seeing the field.
That's a culture shock.
That's hard.
It was
you know
hard
what I'm
for you.
saying?
So the big fish in high school.
Yeah.
Mark Perry runs the ball 100 yards, 80 yards, or being a running back. Then he's playing safety. Then he's playing all these different positions.
Never left the field.
And then you never left the field.
And now
you transition.
I'm sitting on the sideline.
You on the sideline your first year.
I'm only on the field during warm-ups. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's not something you want to get used to. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, that took its toll. But later on,
how long was that process mentally for you?
I mean,
I know. I mean, just for everybody else.
It was really an everyday thing, honestly. But I mean, it got better obviously once I started seeing the field.
Yeah.
But I didn't start playing until I want to say that was 2019. I didn't start playing until about week 5, week 6. That's when I became a full-time starter. But I had my little special teams reps playing. First couple games, but other than that, I wasn't seeing no significant, playing time. So.
Now, the balance between academics, going from high school to college, which I know, which you know, give the people a little bit more detail on that transition, leaving home, embarking from the IE to Colorado, that academic transition.
Well, for me, my academic transition wasn't really hard to me because they have so much support around you and tutors and mentors and, all those kind of people. So they kind of make sure you stand on top of your stuff. I feel like, I've been doing better now in college than I was even in high school just because, all the resources. So, I mean, I feel like the transition to college is a lot easier and you make your own schedule. So, you kind of have freedom of how you want to do things, what you want to take. And, obviously, since I'm in year 3, taking more classes towards my major, you know, which are things I'm actually interested in instead of just, you know, taking
And your
classes.
major is
Strategic communication,
strategic communications.
focusing in advertising and public relations,
Okay.
and software design.
Software design, public relations, software. See, that's the missing piece when it comes to you're just not a football player. You're a smart student athlete that is trying to better himself in life,
No.
and hopefully, you know, God willing, all that will fall in place down the road, and it will.
Mm-hmm.
I have to ask you this question. I really have to ask you this question. How much temptation is in college more than the outside world?
Oh, it's everywhere. Obviously, I mean, you got people around your same age, all in one place every day, you know. And obviously, you on the football team, they see you, you know. So I mean, it's temptation everywhere. But I mean, you kind of gotta manage it. You gotta go in with knowing that you know you're not gonna feed into a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
So I mean, but it's temptation everywhere.
yeah.
But you know,
You gotta be
just
strong enough.
just the way I was brought up, you feel me, and the things that I know, I'm not gonna, you feel me,
You're not gonna go there.
get into that
route.
type of stuff.
I was on your head.
Yeah, so
you know, but that's something that, you know, a lot of people don't really understand the back end of that temptation.
Yeah.
You know, some people deal with it on the outside world at their jobs and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Your biggest adversity going through 3 years of college so far,
Mm-hmm.
how did you overcome it spiritually, or did you overcome it in the world?
Well, I mean, I overcame it spiritually, but I mean, it was also the people around me that, you know, helped me overcome it. Obviously, like you know, my mom, and just, you know, different people that care about me and love me. But, you know, obviously, you know, you helped me in my spiritual walk and, you know, just learning more of the word and, you know, leaning on God for my answers. So, but I will also say that obviously you, my mom, people around me were also helping uplift me too. You know,
Yeah, you went
through
through a
that.
dark time at one time.
Yeah.
You went through a dark time, and more people in the outside that's listening or watching, they don't understand some of those dark places.
Yeah.
And those dark places can take you out
Yeah.
if you let them.
Mm-hmm.
But you stay resilient, you stay strong, you stay persevering
Mm-hmm.
through it all, which I really respected. Because sometimes you didn't hear from Mark for about 3 weeks, and you're like, "What's going on?" You're like, "What's going on? Like, hey, I usually talk to him at least once or twice a week. What's going on?" You know,
Yeah.
sometimes night after night. But I'm like, you got to go through certain things. And
Yeah.
one thing I learned about being a mentor and being a coach and being a father figure is sometimes you have to sit back and let you go through what you got to go through.
Yeah.
And God will reveal to me multiple times, don't talk to him,
Mm.
leave him alone,
Yeah.
let him go through his process. And I did. And when you called back, it was the same conversation. You know, we talked like it never, you know, dropped.
Yeah.
We never fell off.
Mm. You know, he thought I was ghosting him a couple times. You know.
Nah, I don't get emotional like that because I know my assignment. But sometimes it was like, come on, dude, what's going on? But you all have to go through that. You all have to go through something. You all have to go through multiple things in your life that's going to better you. Because you got to go through it.
Yeah.
You got to go through those valleys. You got to go through those ups and downs. You got to go through those late night cries and wonder why I'm here. What am I? Why am I going through this? Yeah. So it's a process, and you can take on that process with understanding. You've already, man, you're already above the line. You know. After this year 3, you had a heck of a season. I think you had about 70 plus tackles, 3 interceptions. It was about 6 PBUs, pass breakups. I mean, you had a heck of a season, but no notoriety from that season. Starting safety at University of Colorado Buffaloes. Go through that process of what you felt that you put on the field this year and still maintain a 3.0, 3.2 GPA. Give that feedback. What did that process of this year, your biggest year, do for you?
I mean, obviously, even though, in the end it came out good, it was still its ups and downs. But, I just kind of think that, with no notoriety and stuff like that, I mean, I'm kind of used to it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really let it phase me much. Just kind of just fuel to the fire. That's just always how I've been. A lot of people say, don't prove others wrong, prove yourself right.
Yep.
But I'm kind of wired different. I like to, and I don't know, the negativity fuels me.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just
Fuel to
something.
your, it's a fuel to your butt, to your
Yeah.
fire.
So I think it was after. I think it was right before the SC game. I heard some talking that oh, I was unathletic, couldn't run,
You
stiff.
should be the little thing.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, cool. And then I feel like since then it just took off. So I mean but just balancing everything. I feel like when I was playing good on the field, that obviously I was positive all around,
Yeah.
and it obviously made a difference.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
It was a challenge for sure. Just
Yes.
especially coming from last year. Last year I didn't really do much, so I already had a chip on my shoulder coming in, trying to turn things around. So
Great,
yeah.
great, and I commend and I respect your honesty because I watched it.
Yeah.
That I watched that process happen and unfold. I mean, you've matured in so many areas. I'd be sitting there shaking my head. I think I cried a couple of times when y'all not around. I'd be like, man, just the maturity that you're gaining, and the process that you're, taking in now. It's like everything is lining itself up for you for success, and you're still successful right now. You know, uh, I have one more question. Where does Mark Perry go? This might be Jeremiah. No, it's not. He texted me. Where does Mark Perry go now? With year 4 coming up, all the transfer portal stuff, all the coaching moves, where does Mark Perry move forward now? What is your mind frame?
I mean, I'm just focused on improving, really. I mean, especially off season, it's where I got the most time. So obviously, I'm gonna focus on different stuff. Like my passions, video games, football, obviously, fashion. Trying to get my brand started.
Yeah, I seen that
got some
fashion thing.
Got some NIL deals in the works with different people, some photo shoots, modeling. So, just working on stuff outside of football that I wouldn't normally have time for during the season.
Now, what do you recommend for the young guys coming up, or the college kids that are going through that NIL deals and all of that? What do you recommend that they do that you're starting to look into?
Well, I mean, I obviously say keep the main thing the main thing. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, focusing on NIL and then letting your product on the field drop.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say explore those different avenues, especially during the off season where you have more time and you can specifically focus on that, so it's not getting in the way of football, obviously game plans, all stuff like that. But just do what you're passionate about. I mean, if you like fashion, get into fashion. Get, walk in a fashion show. That's what I'm just working on different stuff like that. But just do whatever you're passionate about.
Now, talk about a little bit about money. How business-wise you should react. How people should react in business. A lot of kids they never seen that much money in their life.
I mean, you kind of got to be smart about it. Know who you're dealing with. Have things obviously in writing.
Yeah.
But you got to work on saving, obviously, and that's another thing. You helped me with saving my money.
Sure did.
Because I'm getting income every month.
Put you in the headlock, dude. Get up with this portfolio.
I'm getting money every month, so I got to put some away, for later, and then obviously have my some that I spend. But you got to practice being financially secure now, so that when you get to the next level, if you get an opportunity at the next level, it's not a shock when you see that direct deposit hit your account.
A lot of people are shocked.
Yeah.
They get shocked quick, and then they get shocked with that high amount.
And a lot of people are left with no money. So
left with none. And that's another topic. That's another. My journey is a different story later. But it's so good to have you. It's so good to see you grow. It's so good to see you mature as a young man becoming a man. The backstory on you is way more than we're talking about.
Yeah.
And I get emotional because that's why I got glasses on. Because I've been a great intricate part in your life as a father figure. I call you son. You act like my son. I mean, times are hard, and I was there.
Yep.
And I thank God to allow me to be in your life. Um, it's just y'all don't understand. It's a little deeper than
Yeah.
most things that we deal with. This is more of a family. This is more of a man.
So,
I, yeah,
seventh grade.
seventh grade. This has been
Uh,
to seventh, eighth grade.
now about 100 pounds and skinny and
I
ain't no.
got so much photos, it's ridiculous, and videos of training and watching you mature and your timidness now to confident.
Yeah.
Because you was timid.
I know. I was little bro.
Yeah, you. But I thank you. I bless you. I really respect just you being Mark Perry. You didn't be nobody else. You've been Mark Perry, and you're growing into what God wants you to be. I love you. Thank you for having.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for
Anytime.
allowing me to interview you. And the best is yet to come. Love you, sir.
Love you too.
That is it. We're here with Mark Perry.
Part 2 coming soon.
Part 2 coming soon. We're going to go a little deeper into his life and the things that he has achieved and the things that he didn't achieve. This is Inspired by the Gift. My journey is different. We're out.